Easy Elite English Educational Trust. Now we are beginning with one more video on how to divide a sentence into subject and predicate. Subject and predicate for junior and primary level students from Easy Elite English. How to find the subject and how to identify the subject and how to divide a sentence into subject and predicate. We use sentences when we write or speak. Whenever we write or speak, we will be using sentences. And when we are writing or speaking, we are always talking about someone or something. Whenever you are talking, you must be saying something or about someone. So you always talk about someone or about something. You may talk about persons, like you may talk about your friend or your parents. You may talk about places, the places you have visited, or some country, or some hillside or a village. You may talk about animals, for instance, your pet dog. You may talk about some birds, or plants, or flowers, or your garden. You may talk about some objects, trains, buses, aeroplanes. You may talk about some qualities or feelings, happiness, sorrow, fear. But you must speak about someone or something. Now let us see this a few examples. His father is a bank manager. We are talking about his father. Kashmir is a part of India. We are talking about Kashmir. The dog is a faithful animal. We are talking about the dog. Coconut trees have no branches. We are talking about coconut trees. The Rajdhani is a sip of our stream. We are talking about the Rajdhani train. Honesty is the best policy. We are talking about the quality of honesty. Anger ruins a man's happiness. We are talking about anger. So we are talking about a person or a place or an animal or plants or animals or objects or some qualities or some feelings. So we have to talk about someone, that is some person or something, a place or an object. What we talk about is called the subject of the sentence. Whatever we talk about is called the subject of the sentence. So in here, the first sentence, his father is a subject. Here, Kashmir is a subject. The dog is a subject. Coconut trees. Here you have the Rajdhani is a subject. Here, honesty is a subject. And here, anger is a subject. So what we talk about is called the subject of the sentence. How to identify the subject? First, let us take assertive sentences or statements. Identify the verb. First, identify the verb. Whatever comes before the verb is the subject. And the verb and what comes after the verb, that forms the predicate. The verb is the predicate, and whatever comes after the verb is also predicate. Whatever will come before the verb is the subject. So the first thing is to identify the verb. Before the verb, the words belong to the subject group or subject column, and the verb itself and whatever comes after that will come in the object column if you are dividing into subject and object column wise. So first, you identify the verb. Whatever comes before the verb is the subject. Now identify the subject and the rest of the sentence is the predicate. Now here we have subject is in red color, predicate is in black color, the verb is underlined, the verb is also in black, it's a part of predicate, it forms a part of predicate, but the verb is underlined. So first you identify the verb. Whatever comes before the verb is a subject, and the verb and all that follows is a predicate. Here you identify the verb. What comes before the subject, before the verb, sorry, what comes before the verb is a subject, and whatever comes after the verb, including the verb and all that follow, predicate. Identify the subject. There is a subject. The words that come before the verb, the word that come before the verb, subject, and the verb and whatever comes after it, predicate. This is the verb. Whatever comes before the verb, subject, whatever comes afterwards, predicate. So you can see that we have underlined the verb. In each case, we have underlined the verb. Whatever is coming before the verb is subject in red color, and the verb itself and whatever comes after it is in black color, predicate. Now note that the subjects are nouns or pronouns. Sachin, my father, Mumbai, Kolkata, cigarette smoking, my son, he. They are subject or predicate. Determiners may sometimes come before the verb, but they form a part of the predicate. He often comes here to meet me. Comes is a verb here. So this word often, which is before the verb, but it forms a part of the predicate. There could be some exception when we say whatever comes before the verb is a subject and whatever comes after the verb is predicate. There could be some exception. Some determiners would come before the verb, but they belong to the predicate. So that's for assertive sentences. Interrogative sentences are questions. Rewrite as statements. It may be an affirmative or negative, or supply a random or imaginary answer. Then you identify the subject, and after the subject, the rest of the sentence would be the predicate. Are the children hungry? We will rewrite it as the children are hungry. Now we know there is a verb, and what comes before the verb is a subject. Does he not go to school? He does not go to school. Now identify the verb, and whatever comes before the verb is a subject. Is milk white? Milk is white. Identify the verb. Whatever comes before the verb is a subject. Now that's for yes/no questions. Now for WH questions, where is my pen? Now I really don't know where is your pen, but just supply a random answer. My pen is in my box. You can also say my pen is in my drawer. You can say my pen is in my pocket. It really makes no difference, but now you know the subject. And once you know the subject, the remaining part should be predicate. Who is Sachin? Sachin is a cricketer. If you don't know, you can say Sachin is a footballer, Sachin is an engineer, Sachin is a doctor. It makes really no difference. Give an imaginary answer just to identify the subject. And once you know what is the subject, the remaining should be predicate. What do cows give? What do cows give? Cows give milk. Now, once you know the subject, so this is the subject, so the remaining should be predicate. When will he come? So it should be when will he come or when will they come, whatever it is. They will come tomorrow. Make it they. It should be they. When will they come? They will come tomorrow. So they, that is a subject, and the remaining predicate. How can we go there? We can go there by train. We can go there by plane. We can go there by bus, whatever you say. Now you know we is the subject. So now once you know the subject, the remaining part must be predicate. So once again we say determiners may sometimes come before the verb, like he often comes here. But this word often should belong to the predicate. Imperative sentences, orders and requests. Here, you have to rewrite, but you have to supply the implied word. One word may be omitted, that is understood. You have to supply that. Then you identify the subject, and the rest is, of course, predicate. Go away. one word is missing. It means you go away. Now you is a subject. Come here. Who will come here? I will not come here, or I will not go there. So you come here. So you is a subject. Go and post this letter now. If I wanted to post, I would not be telling you. So you have to post. So you go and post. That means you is a subject. Drink milk every day. Who will drink? You drink milk every day. So you is a subject. Don't make a noise. To whom you are saying? You are saying to someone. You don't make a noise. Please come here. Who will come here? Yeah, it is a request, but to whom you are making the request? To someone. So when you are saying to someone, you please come here, to that person, you is a subject. Now please is a part of the predicate. Now exclamatory identify the subject, but before that rewrite as statements. Then you can find out the subject. How beautiful your writing is. Rewrite it as your writing is very beautiful. Now you know that this is the verb, so what comes before the verb is a subject. What a shameless fellow. You are a very shameless fellow, or he is a very shameless fellow. Now you have identified the verb, so you know that what comes before the verb is a subject. How sad the accident was. The accident was very sad. Was the verb, so what comes before the verb is a subject. What a poor aim you have. Rewrite it as you have a very poor aim. What a poor aim you have. Rewrite it as you have a very poor aim. So now have is the verb, so you is the subject, and all the rest will be predicate. How dirty it is. It is very dirty. So is a verb, so what comes before is a subject, and the remaining is the predicate. What a victory we had. Rewrite it. What a victory we had. Right? We had a very great victory. We had a very great victory. So had would be the verb. So we is the subject. How badly you have done it. You have done it very badly. You have done it. Have done, verb. So what comes before that is the subject. How slowly the snail moves. Rewrite it as the snail moves very slowly. Now moves is a verb. So what comes before the snail? Subject, and moves very slowly, predicate. Or the snail is a subject. Actually here it was. The snail is a subject, and the remaining part, how slowly moves, that would be the predicate. Easy Elite English Educational Trust. If you need videos on any specific topic, you can WhatsApp us or email us, because all our services are entirely free of cost. Subscribe to our channel, like and share our channel and all the videos. Till then, thank you and